Alright, we're back. Now we're talking about angle of elevation and angle of depression. Angle of elevation is when you're looking up. You're looking up. Okay? You're looking up. That means your angle is at the bottom of the figure. Okay? Angle of elevation is down here. And your angle of depression is when you're looking down. You're looking down. So your angle of depression is going to be up top. Right there. Okay, so you have angle of elevation, you have angle of depression, and they're both the same measurement. You just have to notice, all right, angle of elevation, I'm looking up, I'm at the bottom of something. Depression, you're looking down, you're at the top of something. Okay? All right, the angle of elevation from point A to the top of a cliff is 34 degrees. So it talks about angle of elevation. It's at the bottom. Okay? All right? So it's at the bottom, and that's your 34 degrees. And I have a cliff right here. The fiscal cliff. That's what I'm going to call that one. Fiscal cliff. All right, point A is 1,000 feet from the base of the cliff. So 1,000 feet is point A. 1,000 feet from the base of the cliff. Remember, it says base, bottom. It's always going to be on the bottom. And then it says, how high is the cliff? We talked about this. How high something is, it's straight up and down. That's where your x is going to be. Okay, so now we want to solve it. We'll look from our angle, and x is opposite. So he's going to be opposite, and my 1,000 is right next to him, and that's adjacent. What uses opposite adjacent? So TOA, TOA, tangent. So the tangent of 34, because your angle always goes after your trig, equals opposite over adjacent. So this equals x over 1,000. What do I do? 1,000 is on the bottom? Boom. Multiply it on both sides. Because that's what you do when something's on the bottom. Cross it out. You're left with 1,000 tan 34 equals x 1,000. Get my handy dandy calculator. 1,000 tan 34 equals 674.5. That's so large, but it's right. 674.5 is approximately x. Notice it's not equal, it's approximately. I'm just saying, you got to do it right. There it is. Let's go to the next one. Look at that. SOHCAHTOA. Can you find x using trigonometry? Yes, you can. Even though it's not a right angle, you can still use trigonometry, but I'm not going to be using SOHCAHTOA anymore. This is called the law of sines. The law of sines. You know what I'm saying? It's the law. We're laying it down. Wah-bah. So you got x and 40 and 80 and 12. There's no right angle, so I can't use SOHCAHTOA. Right? So it's called law of sines. Very simple. We're looking at opposites, opposite angles to opposite sides. Okay? So this angle is opposite of x, and this angle is opposite of 12. So those are the ones that are going to be proportional to each other. So sine of 40 over the opposite side is 12 equals sine of 80 over x. So a few things you need to notice here. That my angle goes with my trig function. By the way, it's always sine. That's why it's called law of sine. And your angle is on top with the trig function, and then your sides go underneath. The opposite sides go underneath. So now you cross multiply. You get x sine 40 equals 12 sine of 80. You divide both sides by, boom, sine 40. Because they're on the x side. Divide by sine 40 Those cross out. X is by itself, just the way I like it. X is so lonely, but he likes it like that. Put that in your calculator. 12 sine 80 divided by sine 40. Now be careful when you do this, because you need to close the parentheses after the 80. So in your calculator, it should look like this, with parentheses, okay? And you're going to get 18.3638. So x is approximately 18.4. Is it a degree? Is it an angle? No, it's not. Don't put that degree on there. You know what I'm saying? Right there. So x is approximately 18.4. Got it? Give me a thumbs up. I see that. I see the thumbs up. That's good. You can practice more of these out of your worksheet or the book. Find x using the law of sines. Where's x this time? Oh no, it's an angle. Oh, that's okay. We can still do this. So, what's the opposite of this angle? 20. What's the opposite of that angle? 30. So, sine of 60 over 30 equals sine x over 20. Cross multiply one thing. Only one thing. You see sine of x over here? I don't really want to move him. I don't want to put anything with him. He's already by himself, so I'm really just going to be multiplying 20 on both sides. Boom. 20 over here, 20 over there, 20 everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so this comes down 20 sine of 60 over 30 equals sine of x. What do we do if we have sine of x? We do this. We do the sine, the inverse. Remember, sine negative 1? Do the inverse of it. So we just say sine negative 1 of all this stuff. 20 sine 60 in parentheses divided by 30. Just like that. Like, don't change anything. It's just like that. So I go inverse sine 20 divided by sine 60 divided by 30. Just like that. Alright, you can't see all of it, but you get the gist. Okay? It's going to be 50.3. So x is approximately 50.3 degrees. Why did I put degree mark on there? Because it's an angle. That's why. Exactly right. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually the whole review for 8.3 through 8.6. It's trigonometry, you got angle of elevation and depression, and you have the law of sines. And that's actually all we're going to do on the test. Okay? A little bit of other stuff in there, obviously. Let's just do one more example, just so you understand how to label the sides. It's very important you know how to label the sides. So, looking from my angle, do this really fast. Looking from my angle, my 12 is adjacent to the angle. Right next to it. You can hug him. Give him a nice bear hug. I love you. 60 is opposite. 16 is opposite of my 60. Whoa! You got bad breath. Brother, you need to stay out here. You need to stay opposite of me. Alright? He's opposite. Bad breath guy. And then 20 is my hypotenuse. You know? That should be the first thing you see. Is right across from the right angle. That is my hypotenuse. He's special, man. He's so cool. He's got his own name. Hypotenuse. He never changes. These guys change, you know? Hypotenuse? Nah, he doesn't. So that's it. Make sure you got the labeling down. Make sure you got everything else down. You're going to be good. Test on Monday. Peace.